What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Countdown Scouting Network. I'm your host, Joey Garcia, as always, and today we are getting into the AFC South. We're going to be looking at draft grades for the AFC South this week and then moving into the NFC. We took a couple of days off there. I was trying to get myself ahead of schedule, and we are. So we're going to be good going daily. We'll have one video today, which is the one you're watching. Then we'll have two videos tomorrow, two videos the next day, and then we'll go back to one video until we're all the way done with this series. So without further ado, let's get into the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, so their first pick was pick number 27. It was Anton Harrison, the offensive tackle from Oklahoma. I gave this a C minus. It was a little bit of a reach, but the tackle run kind of already started. They were afraid. I think they were thinking they weren't going to be able to get another quality tackle, so they just grabbed the last one of a specific tier. I also thought they were going to go with a cornerback, and they traded out with I think it was the Giants, and they got Deonte Banks. And I really think they could have done well with that, but they've looked at some other guys otherwise. So, anyways, he's 6'4", 315 pounds. Here comes my cat. That's all right. We're gonna roll through it. He's a good pass blocker, a really good pass blocker. I think that's his strength. He's got really good feet mobility, but again, hand striking isn't the best. He punches too soon. He punches too late. That kind of thing. That's all. All that stuff is stuff you can work on. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep this in there. All right. Again, all of that is just stuff you can work on. But he's not that strong. It's one of his main things. So it kind of affects him in the run game. But okay. Starting out strong, huh? All right, and the next pick was a second-round pick. They took Brenton Strange, the tight end out of Penn State. I gave this a D. I thought this was a little bit of a reach. Really, I kind of thought this was about 2 rounds too early. There are a couple other tight ends that were still on the board. I thought they could have gotten here instead of him. But he's 6'4", 250 pounds. He's got good hands. He can make some plays after the catch, which always helps. But he doesn't really get separation, so he's got to be kind of a contested catch kind of guy. He's really just a seam stretching guy. He doesn't have good run blocking. He doesn't have great routes. So, again, you're just going to ask him if it's cover 2 to hit the seams. If not, you're going to have him just kind of pull a linebacker off. But he's okay. At pick 61, that's rich, especially in a good tight end draft. I thought it was a little early. Their next pick, Tank Bigsby, pick number 88. I really like Tank Bigsby. I like him. He's powerful. He's fast. He's strong. I gave it a B minus. I thought it was a really good pick right here. He always keeps his legs turning. He had a really bad offensive line, like comically bad offensive line at Auburn the past couple years. So I think with a better offensive line and also weapons on the outside that's going to clear the box, he was running into 8-man boxes a lot last year and still making some stuff happen. So he's not a pass catcher. He's not going to be able to pass protect for you, but they have ETN that's going to be more of the outside speed stuff. He's going to be someone that's going to go up the middle, use his power, his contact balance, his vision. He's very bursty, so he's going to use some of that burst to get to the next level, and that's where he's going to do most of his stuff. He can go outside if need be, but he's a guy that they're going to ask to go up the middle. Now, round 4. So this is Ventrell Miller at pick 121. He's a linebacker from Florida. I like Ventrell Miller as a person. I'm a Florida fan. I thought he did really well for Florida, but to translate it to the NFL, I was hoping he'd be a 6th or 7th round pick that's going to be more of a special teamer and a rotational linebacker. Being picked in the 4th round is probably asking a little bit too much, especially with his speed. He's got good instincts. He's got good leadership, and it seems like he knows where plays are going. But he really does struggle to go sideline to sideline. He doesn't cover well, man coverage or zone coverage. He's okay in zone, but definitely man coverage he struggles a lot. And he's kind of slow. He'll fill gaps, but again, the lateral movement's not the thing. He's an A gap to A gap defender. So in the fourth round, I thought this was a little rich, but I like his character. He's a dog. So at least you got a good personality in there. The next pick, it's another fourth round pick. Pick 130, Tyler Lacey, the edge from Oklahoma State. He's 6'4", 280. So not really an edge. He's more of a defensive end, I think, is what he's going to end up being in this front because they do run a 3-4 a lot. And I think he's going to be someone that's going to get some pass rush from the interior. He's got good block recognition, and he uses his hands really well. He strikes, and he gets good leverage. He strikes on the guys and really gets the pad level up. He can diagnose and get around blocks. He reads pulling guards really, really well and squeezes down in the gaps. But he's not that strong, so against the run, he's not that strong if he's going to have to deal with too many double teams. So you're probably thinking, again, he's a defensive end in a 3-4, so probably someone that's going to play on the outside of a guard. If you have him on the inside of a guard and the A gaps, that's probably where you're going to run into some issues. I think it's an okay pick. I think he's someone that's probably just going to rotate in and out of that lineup. Round 5. This is Yasir Abdullah, edge rusher from Louisiana. He's 6'1", 235 pounds. So he's going to be more of that stand-up defensive end. He's super fast. His lateral agility is good. So you're talking about someone that's a third down specialist. This is your guy right here. So in the 5th round, getting a guy that's going to be a third down specialist, dropping back in coverage and also pass rushing from the outside. This is a guy that I think you can develop into being a pass rush specialist. I like this pick a lot as well. Another 5th round pick. So they had 3 5th round picks. They got Antonio Johnson, the safety from Texas A&M. I love this pick. I don't really know why he fell so far. Maybe it's because his ball production's not that good. But he's a versatile guy. He's big enough where he can play corner occasionally. You don't really want him to play corner unless it's maybe on the goal line, just because he's got kind of stiff hips, and he also doesn't really have the back end, the speed to back it up at corner, but he can play on the inside as a nickel as well. He's a good run defender. He can play up top in 2 high systems in a single safety alignment. He can also play there. He can get down in the box safety because, again, he's a really good tackler. He's got good instincts, good tackler, and he's versatile. He can play all those positions well. He's going to be a special teamer for them, definitely playing gunner and stuffer and stuff like that. But I think he's going to be a rotational safety. I think in a 3 safety set, I think he's one of the guys that are going to come on. So I love this pick. I don't really know why he fell so far. Another good pick right here, 6th round, Parker Washington, the wide receiver from Penn State. I don't know why he fell either. He's one of the thicker body wide receivers in this class. He's 5'10", 205 pounds. He's got really good hands. He's probably got top 3 hands in the class, I would say, just off the top of my head. And again, contested catches, I wrote down here as well. Contested catches, I think, is the best contested catch guy in the class, and that's with Jackson Smith and Jigba, Quentin Johnston, all of those cats as well. So he's got good rack and contact balance. So he's really just a vertical threat guy. Maybe that's why he fell, with route diversity. But again, you saw guys get picked before him that had better route. Maybe it's because he's only 5'10", and they thought with his play style he needs to be bigger and it won't translate. And that might be it. But I think, again, in the 6th round, this is a guy that you're probably asking to start off, you're probably asking to be wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5. And so you can develop more of a route tree over there. So I'm not really sure why he fell, but I think this was a home run hit for them in the 6th round. Another 6th round pick, they took Christian Braswell, cornerback from Rutgers. I wasn't too familiar with him, so I had to look up his tape a little bit. And I think he's pretty good. He's just got a lack of size from what I can see. So he's 5'10", 170 pounds. He's got shorter arms, but he played inside and outside at Rutgers. I thought he was very instinctual in zone. You could see he had trouble he had trouble pressing guys. I think that's due to his arms and also his weight. I don't think he'll play outside. I think he's going to be purely working in the nickel at the next level and just in zone coverage schemes. So I don't know about this pick. In the sixth round, it's not a bad pick. I just don't really know how you'll get him on the field is the only thing. But I gave it a C plus. I think in the sixth round, it's good to take a swing on a guy that at least that at least is specialized in a specific field, which he's a really good zone corner. Another sixth round pick. They took Eric Hallett, the safety from Pittsburgh. This one I gave another C plus. He's very instinctual and he was a good tackler. He kind of struggles against bigger players when he was trying to tackle them. Like if you had a bigger running back coming at him, he kind of struggled against them. But tackling some wide receivers that are coming downhill, if a quarterback's trying to run, those kind of things, he's a very willing and decent tackler at that. He's not the best in nickel. He's probably just going to be a too high safety, someone that's going to be playing over the top. I don't think he really has the hips to play nickel. And again, if you put him in the nickel and you got a running back running outside zone, he's going to be one of the ones responsible to get that running back. And if you've got Derrick Henry, who's in the conference, running at him, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. So, seventh round pick. Seventh round pick right here is Cooper Hodges. He's an offensive tackle from App State. He's a big boy. I don't have his weight on here or his height. I believe he's 6'4", 325, if I remember correctly. He's got really good hands. That's one of his best things is that he's got good hands. He can pass protect fairly well. He's not the most agile guy, but he does enough and gets himself in good positioning to kind of block out the defensive line. The only thing is I think his arms are slightly short. He likes to bend over when he throws his punches, which causes him to bend at the waist, which can lead to him getting beat pretty badly on the outside. So I think they're probably going to move him inside to guard, if I have to guess. And I think he could be a decent guard at the next level. And I think this is the last. No, they got a couple picks left. All right, they got another seventh round pick. It's Raymond Vohasek, the defensive tackle from North Carolina. He's 6'2", 310 pounds, and he's purely going to be a run defender at the next level. If he wants any opportunity to stay on the 53-man roster, it's going to be on first and second down. So that's really all I got to say about that one. This is interesting. Seventh round pick, Derek Parrish. He's the edge from Houston. He's small. As an edge rusher, he's not long. He's not big. And so he really is an interesting guy here. He's got a good first step. He's got decent pass rush moves developed, but his arms aren't very long. I believe they're less than 33. I think they're less than 32 inches. Again, he's not super tall, so he can stay down low, but he's not very big, so he can't hold the power of he can't hold the line of scrimmage either, and just gets washed in the run game. So I don't really know where you'll put him in, rotational pass rusher maybe, but I think that they're set at pass rusher. I'm not sure about this pick at all, to be honest. I gave it a C plus because I think worst case he could probably work in at special teams, but I thought it was. I think it's an interesting pick, and I hope it pans out. And that's it for them. Wow, that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tomorrow we'll have 2 episodes. We'll have the Tennessee Titans, and we'll do the Indianapolis Colts. So, and then we'll finish out on Sunday with the Houston Texans, and then we will move over to the NFC side of things. So, if you like this, go ahead and leave a like. Put down in the comments if you think I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. See you at the next one. Peace.